congratulations, Governor Brainard, and congratulations, Ms. Thompson, on your nominations. So I'd like to talk a little bit about inflation and about the Fed's tools to deal with it. Governor Brainard, let's start at the beginning. If the economy is overheated, what is the Fed's primary tool to cool it off?
The federal funds rate.
Yeah, so increasing interest rates, in other words. But what if inflation is caused by kinks in the supply chain? Prices jump because the supply chain is just not functioning. Does the Fed have a tool to deal with that?
No, we have a tool that operates on the demand side, which is the federal funds rate.
Okay, in other words, interest rate adjustment is your tool, and it doesn't work on things like supply chain kinks. When Chair Powell was here on Tuesday, we discussed how market concentration can lead to increasing prices. While consumers are facing higher inflation, profit margins for corporations have surged to their highest levels in 70 years. Now, inflation hasn't gone up because one day corporations woke up and said, hey, today we're going to be greedy. No, inflation has gone up at this moment because of the way that prices are passed on in a more concentrated market. In a highly competitive market, when costs go up, businesses pass those costs along to their customers, but they can't expand their profit margins because other competitors are just going to beat them down on prices. But in a very concentrated industry, one with only a few competitors, a dominant corporation can use the excuse of inflation for passing along rising costs and then add in an extra bonus for themselves to increase their profit margins. As Chair Powell put it on Tuesday, those firms are, quote, raising prices because they can. So, Governor Brainard, would you agree that increased market concentration has allowed some corporations to profit off pandemic disruptions by raising prices on consumers beyond the increased costs that the corporations have to deal with?
Well, certainly a lot of economic research would suggest that in concentrated industries, individual producers have more pricing power, so that kind of dynamic is certainly possible.
Okay, so I know that the Fed has a role in approving bank mergers, but with respect to broader concentration throughout the rest of the economy, does the Fed have the tools to deal with increased concentration there?
No.
No. And that's really the point here. Dealing with inflation requires the Fed to act if the problem is an overheated economy. But dealing with rising consumer prices also involves the FTC, the Department of Justice, in breaking up monopolies and investigating crooked price-fixing schemes that also increase costs for hardworking families. And that's why it is so important that the Biden administration is taking action to fight corporate power by enforcing antitrust laws and boosting competition. Now, Governor Brainard, do you think that the steps that the administration is taking to address market competition and price fixing have a role to play in helping families that are facing rising prices?
Well, I certainly think that, we're hearing from working families around the country about inflation, and some of it is in areas where we're seeing those kinds of supply dynamics. But again, we do have a powerful tool, and we are going to use it to bring inflation down over time.
Good. And look, I understand that, but price stability is a core part of the Fed's mandate, and I know you care about that. And I just want to make sure that we keep our eye on all of the things that affect prices for consumers. Today's price increases have many causes, and I hope that the Fed treads carefully in using its tools to help lower prices for American families. I am glad to see that the administration is using all the tools that it has to bring down prices over a longer arc. That is our collective job, and I appreciate your help in this and your thoughtful comments here. Thank you, and again, congratulations to both of you. I'm sorry, Ms. Thompson, that I didn't get to questions with you, but I'm looking forward to supporting both of you. Thank you.